What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, December 20th. It's 2:27 p.m. and this is going to be part one of the series Crypto Boom or Doom, the Gold Swan. And I'm super excited to share this one with you because, quite frankly, before coming across this article, I didn't know there was a gold swan, a silver swan, or a gray swan. It was always been the black swan. And it's good to see that there's a gold swan scenario to kind of look at the positive outlook on things. There's a lot of fear, a lot of scary stuff out there indicating the next black swans. And although those are possibilities, we can't discount the possibilities of golden swans. So in this video, we're going to dive into that. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated in real time when we're pushing out videos. We push out tons of videos a day and you want to get updated with those real time. So click that notification bell, subscribe, as well as in the bio in this video, there's going to be a link to join the Discord. We're doing a 12 days till Christmas special, but there's only like 6 days left. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, as well as with the Accelerator course on our website, stargate-ventures.com. We're doing that free crypto masterclass accelerator that is coming down January 1st of next year. It's not going to be free anymore. You're going to have to get membership to be able to get the educational content where we have 300 plus videos of absolute heat to take you from A to Z on your crypto journey and understand the opportunity of it all, the technicalities of it all, etc. So make sure you get that free accelerator now before we take it down. Stargate-ventures.com. The link will be in the bio here as well too. And now let's dive into it. So let's first cover what the different swans are, right? We got a black swan. Unexpected, an extreme downside event. And let me clip in a video from the black swans that we had called all throughout this year.
What is a black swan?
A black swan event can lead to major losses in the markets and harm in the economy. The meaning of a black swan event has a historical origin. The black swan event is usually seen as an event that negatively impacts the stock market, catching investors off guard.
The Luna BTC buying is what's going to be the black swan to crash market.
Terra Foundation adds $230 million Bitcoin to its reserves to back its stablecoin.
Then we have, since my podcast today, Explode the Dangers of Tether. It's probably a good time to review the article by James Rickards. Interesting, he mentioned a bank in the Bahamas where the first CBDC, the Sand Dollar, started. I'm going to look into that more because I do have some suspicions as far as Tether goes, as far as Luna goes, Terra, and how potential Bitcoin crash or Black Swan event could play out. So I'll share with that in another video. We'll do a conspiracy on that one. All right. So now we got gray swans, marginally expected and extreme downside events. So not as quite unexpected, right? I would say a black swan is like the Ledger backdoor hack or, a World War III type nuke event, something like along those lines. Whereas right now, I would say Binance is like a gray swan event because it's all you hear about on the YouTubes, on Twitter, on TikTok. So it's marginally expected and it would be an extreme downside event. Then we got a silver swan, marginally expected and extreme upside events, right? So that would maybe be like I wouldn't say the Bitcoin halving coming in 2024 because everybody already knows about that in a sense, but we're going to dive into that later on. But then a golden swan, unexpected and extreme upside events. I would love to be able to call a golden swan ahead of time and then clip it for some proof of receipts, just like I showed you with that black swan event that we clipped. So now we understand what a black swan is. We've experienced it for sure. A gray swan, a silver swan, and now it would be very nice to experience a golden swan, but we need to kind of identify what some potential golden swans could be. Right? But even though it's unexpected, we could start to speculate, right? So now let's dive into it. So 2023, the year of the golden swans. 300 years ago, 3,000 people could die in a tornado 300 miles away, and you might not hear about it for weeks, if at all. Today, if 3 people die in a tornado 3,000 miles away, you're going to hear about it, maybe for weeks. And those who tell you about it will also treat it as a perilous sign of the things to come. Although we're more afraid than ever of dying from a natural disaster, what you don't often hear is that death from natural disasters are down 95% over the past 100 years. It's true what they say, ignorance is bliss. 6 years ago, futurist Ray Kurzweil said that the world isn't getting worse, our information is getting better. Kurzweil isn't my favorite futurist. I don't want to upload my mind into a supercomputer so an intern with a hangover can spill his cup of coffee and delete my soul, but I do think he's mostly right about the state of the world. The case can be made it's not getting as bad as we think. We're just far more aware of all the bad things that can and do happen. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Existential panic rules the roost. Isolated events are amplified and presented as omens, and controversy is exaggerated to the point of satire. The Washington Post laments the negative headlines enjoy a 60% higher click-through rate, but it doesn't stop them from taking advantage of it. They got mouths to feed too. It pays to be a prophet of doom, especially when memories are so fickle. As far back as 1989, senior United Nations environmental officials like Noel Brown were warning that the entire nations could be wiped off the face of the earth by rising sea levels if the global warming trend wasn't reversed by the year 2000. Coastal flooding and crop failures would create an exodus of eco-refugees, threatening chaos. The world was almost certainly coming to an end. 40 years on, these fears still exist, but alongside 10,000 more of them. The age of information, which I would argue really kicked off in 2020, as epitomized by the most popular film of this year. Everything, everywhere, all at once. No matter how bad things get, they could always get worse. And in an infinity variety of ways, they do get worse. The digital age gives us a sense that everything bad can and does happen. Everything else, everywhere, all at once. If we zoom out, however, the signs don't seem as dire. You wouldn't guess it, but according to NASA, the world has gotten greener in the past 2 decades. In terms of social mobility, the world has made more progress over the past 100 years than in the previous 1,000. It's not intuitive, but we're still much safer, healthier, and wealthier than our ancestors were. In 1900, the average global life expectancy was 33 years old. Today, it's around 70. In 1820, the number of people living in extreme poverty was 89%. Today, it's about 15%. In 1800, the number of people who couldn't read and write was 88% of the global population. Today, it's about 14%. The book Superabundance dealt the final death blow to Thomas Malthus. The explosion in population in the past 2 centuries was mostly positive. COVID and the weaponized incompetence of our politician has certainly set us back, but we're down and not out. Granted, there are a million reasons to be more afraid than cheerful, and it's no surprise that the 2020s have begun with deep, searing pessimism about the future. But the contrarian in me can't help but perk his ears. All this doom and gloom seems to present us an opportunity for those ready to seize it. And we love opportunity, right? So most aren't accounting for any upside. They're too busy trying to catch the next black and gray swan, but they've forgotten about all the others. Black swan, we already went over it, gray swan, silver swan, and now we're talking about golden swan scenarios. In times of deep pessimism and cynicism, the golden and silver swans have the most upside potential. On the flip side, in times of irrational exuberance and optimism, the black swans and gray swans present the biggest threat to investors. Yeah, it's just another way to say be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are afraid. Below, I present some of the off-cuff predictions for 2023, keeping in mind all flavors. So we're going to go to Golden Swan. So Golden Swan predictions, unexpected and extreme upside events. Crypto gets a successful smartphone. Whether it's Solana Saga, HTC's crypto phone, ETHOS, or Polygon's Nothing phone, one of them will make buying, selling, and cold storage hundreds of times easier. One phone will see some success in the second half of the year, driving adoption forward. Then they have nanotech, biotech breakthroughs accelerate. Exciting developments in nanotech and biotech will surface as the market turns bullish. I'm betting that fullerness will become nano celebrities, specifically C60. Carbon 60 will emerge as the most incredibly naturally forming molecule in the universe, but he's biased writing a book on it. So those are just some examples. What golden/silver swans do you see coming down the pike? And I would love to hear you guys, what your golden swan scenarios, what you're thinking in these comments in this video. My golden swan potential scenarios would be resolution of the XRP case with the SEC that is extremely positive, that gives crypto, the whole crypto industry in the US, a green light. That is one golden swan scenario. Second golden swan scenario, an international agency or institution adopts a crypto as its kind of go-to digital asset or reserve holdings, right? IMF adopting XRP, World Bank adopting XLM. That would put crypto on the center stage once again. Another golden swan scenario would be international regulation that adopts a positive outlook and embraces utilizing crypto and blockchain and having its innovation flourish and not hindering it. That is another golden swan scenario. I would say those would be my top 3 scenarios. Definitely an XRP versus SEC resolution, and that announcement of it being positive, right? And it being positive not just for XRP, but the whole space, I believe would shoot cryptos out of this bottom right now. Also, a huge consortium or institution, international institution, adopting and publicly stating that they're going to be using X for Z would be hugely bullish as well too. And then international regulation that embraces blockchain and crypto would be massively bullish as well too. And it's not like, it's expected. Everybody's expecting negative regulation and expecting a complete overhaul of the crypto ecosystem. Let's take the opposite side. Let's take the opposite side of that approach. What if it's massively bullish and massively positive? That, I believe, would be a golden swan scenario for cryptos to boom. So that is my thoughts about the golden swan scenario for crypto doom or boom. This is part 1. We're going to dive into the next ones in the following videos that we're going to release over this coming week until Christmas. So if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, get updated in real time when we push these videos out. And the link for the Discord will be in the bio. Come join it. Say what up. I'll say what up too. As well as we have the Stargate's free crypto accelerator program. Link will be in the bio for that. We are ending that being free January 1st. You got like 10 days left to get in there and get through those videos. Because once January 1st rolls around, we're taking that off the website. And to be able to get all the crypto education that we provide, you're going to have to sign up for a paid membership. We're also doing the 12 Days of Christmas special. The link will be in the bio for that as well too. There's about 5 or 6 days left for that special. We're doing like a 95% discount right now. So definitely get in on that if you already were thinking about getting into Stargate, so you can be grandfathered in, because January 1st, we're getting rid of the less price packages and prices are going to be going up. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.